DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I hope you're well. And today is Monday. And Monday, very often I do tags. And today will be no exception. So I've just finished doing Jasmine's 5-question tag. And now I will tackle Dave's last Saturday 7-question tag. Hi, Dave. So let's see what you've got for us this week. Okay. Question 1. What is the one thing, the one thing that most of your friends don't know about you? Don't know about me. I kind of think my friends know everything about me, essentially. Strangely enough, yesterday I was talking on a video conference or a Facebook Messenger video chat with a niece of mine and her husband, and they're coming over in October, and I actually realized that probably they don't know a lot about us because I send a yearly letter every year to many members of friends and family, but I realized like they're not on the list as such. So it's my niece, so her parents are, but does she read them? I don't know. So then I thought, well, actually, they probably just know we live in Switzerland. I don't even know if they know we're Christians, for example. I don't know if what they know about how many children we have, but I did realize that there were things like that, and there was one thing, possibly. I mean, it's funny because they had been told by other members, like, you're gonna have fun with them. They like to take a drink and have fun and everything. And I kind of laughed because I thought in my mind, for many people, being a Christian does not translate to having fun, which is a big mistake actually in people's perceptions. So I thought all of a sudden, I realized like they'll probably be shocked. They'll probably wonder, oh no, this is going to be a boring vacation when we come and see them in Switzerland. But they're going to be wrong. Anyway, yeah. Maybe you could ask, is that because you don't tell people? No, it just happens to be that way. I thought about it yesterday. Question 2. What is a dish that you mostly have in your meal? And I've seen a few people get stumped on this one. My take on this question is just simply that what type of dish, meaning what type of ingredient or something, like for example, if you lived in Ireland, pretty much every meal, I'm not counting breakfast, but pretty much every meal, but breakfast could be included, will have potatoes. They could be mashed, it could be boiled, they could be fries or what. That's a dish that somebody has mostly with their meal. In our case, in my case, what is a dish that I mostly have with my meal? One type of vegetable, at least. Something like that. You hear that? That's a helicopter. It might be going off. It might be going off to the hospital. I'm trying to see if I can see it. No, I can't quite see it. Anyway, I'm just getting away from the tag. Yeah. So that was my question. Yeah, what dish do I mostly have with your meal? Yeah, I mean, like people might say we're mashed potatoes and steak or meat people, so you always have one of those two. So I don't know. That's probably the closest way I'm going to be able to answer it. Okay, question 3. What was the biggest highlight of your day? Well, today, since we're already 11 o'clock, I just finished mowing my lawn, and I hadn't mowed it for 2 weeks. And not that the grass had grown a lot, but the wildflowers had really grown. So we had like these stems all over. That made it look like if it was almost like a prairie. I really liked it. Actually, if it was just for me, I'd probably just let it go. Not a laziness. I just find it's nice because those flowers give color and everything, and now it's a uniform green. It looks nice, but it's just kind of a uniform green. Yeah. Yeah. So that was kind of the highlight of my day. I always have podcasts when I mow the lawn, so it's a time that I actually like a lot, mowing the lawn. And let me see, I walked about 2.5 kilometers doing the lawn today. So that's pretty good just for mowing the lawn. So I was listening to Steve Brown and his crew, if I could say, in the podcast. Yeah, and after I had a Spanish podcast on Hoy Hablamos. Okay, now that's question 3. Now go on to question 4. How do you like to spend most of your time on an ordinary day? So most of my time. There's no really, let me see, an ordinary day. A large part of my time I will try and move, so to say. I'll walk a bit. Um, uh, mornings is usually a bit of studying, so to say. Afternoons, a bit of reading, and usually in the morning I walk. I spend a lot of my time listening to podcasts. Yeah, a mixture of 3 types actually: Christian podcasts of different people, Spanish podcasts of different people, and Irish history podcasts. I have a couple podcasts which I listen to about Irish history. Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. And often, and of course, there'll be a lot of the downtime, like when Mrs. DC is watching television, I will be spending time watching YouTube videos or something like that, So that's where I watch my YouTube videos as well. So I'm sitting next to her and I've got my headphones on. Yeah, okay. So that's question 4. So question 5. How do you want to be known? How do I want to be known, alive or once I'm dead? I guess it'd be the same, actually. A nice, friendly Christian man. Yeah, I think that would be it. And I'd like to be known, as within my family, as a loving husband, father, grandfather. Yeah. Yeah. Question 6. Are you doing well? I guess so. I guess so, yeah. I mean, I'm not having any existential crisis. It does take a period, though, to get used to being retired. When people say there's no big deal about it, that's not quite true, actually. But I'm doing well. I think my health is okay, as far as I know. If it isn't, it's things that I don't know about. And mentally, like I say, mentally, physically, and everything, I think I'm doing pretty well. I pretty much like my life. Yeah. Question 7 and last. What was the last thing you did that made you happy? Actually, it was just what I was telling you earlier. I was mowing my lawn and listening to things, thinking along as I was listening to things. And one of the last things, though, that aside from that, which I had already mentioned, it really made me happy, is we had my first son. Well, actually, two things. The last things, we had a meal last Friday that was with my son, the second son, and his partner, and we were at their place. It was really good and enjoyed it a lot. And yesterday evening, we had a quick video conference also with video chat with first son and my daughter-in-law and the grandkids. They're in Canada right now, and they were with my sister-in-law and her husband visiting Mrs. DC's mom. Now, Mrs. DC's mom has Alzheimer's, and she's in an institution for that. I mean, a seniors residence. But the grandkids went up and gave her hugs and everything, and my sister-in-law was telling them, who this was and everything, and you saw that little instant where the lights turned on. I know it seems mean to say it that way, but I think you know what I mean in that respect, and how she looked at those great grandkids. I mean, there was my son that was there, that was the grandkid, but she had never seen the great grandkids. And that little spark, those are my great grandkids. That really made me happy. It did. Yeah, okay, so that is 7 questions. Thank you very much, and I have gone on way too long. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a great week. Bye-bye.